Welcome back. We're just waiting for Guru to join the lobby here. Frozen Temple will be the first map.
Beep boop.
Beep boop 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 boop.
Beep. Beep boop.
Ready? Freddy?
Ready.
They are ready to go, as are we. So
I'm
still a best of
sexy.
3. Still a best of 3. The other semifinal will be True versus Snoot, so really just all Zerg here. All Zerg.
Yeah. But the thing that's actually great about this that I'm hyped for, normally, like 99% of the time I would roll my eyes and be like, fucking sir, goddamn. But actually, well, Guru and Nerchio may in itself be a decent match, and I have no idea if Snoot and True will measure up. I actually hope Snoot beats True, because Snoot and Nerchio in the finals would be a very, very fun ZvZ. We've actually had quite a few interesting matchups with these players lately, but I'm confused. What are they confused about? This is the right map.
Yeah, I think maybe they either realized that their one wasn't the right one, or...
Alright, well, you guys are tuning into the Corsair Cup. While we get into this first match, I do want to quickly remind you guys about the sponsors for not just the channel. Shout out to Corsair. Okay, sorry, I was trying to read that. But also the fact that they sponsor myself and Zombie Grub as well, which is pretty cool. So if you guys don't know, they are oh, they vetoed? Awkward. They're some of our favorite sponsors, guys. Them and Cheers for Gaming, seriously, #1, #2 in our heart. And if you could go below the stream, click those links, check out the Corsair Gear. They've got some really cool stuff they're going to be debuting at PAX. I'm excited to go there. I'm actually going to be at the Corsair booth, maybe taking some pictures and junk. So if any of you guys are also going to PAX, I hope to run into you there. But make sure to check out the links, guys, because without them, we wouldn't have these cups. They have been sponsoring 4 tournaments a month for over 6 months now. Actually, I think it was December is when we started with them last year.
Okay, then that's a lot of time. Yeah. That's cool. Did you do the intros? Did you do the intro?
No, in the top left side, it is going to be the blue Zerg player, Guru.
In the bottom right, as the red Zerg, he is Nerchio.
I'm trying to do this. So, December to August is like, what, 9 months? 8 months? 9 months.
Well, including the month of December, 9.
Yeah, because you have to include the month we ran the money. So that'd be 9 times 400. Cool. Corsair's almost put like $4,000 into StarCraft 2 just through these little tournaments alone.
Very cool.
And let's not forget they sponsor us on behind things too, so other events get influenced and a little bit of money gets borrowed here and there, and it's just awesome seeing this happen. So again, big love to Corsair, guys. Make sure to check them out.
Well, Guru goes for a very fast third, which Nerchio does scouts. Nerchio was not, getting a bunch of lings already ready to go. He does have a Bailing Nest on the way now, and has been pretty good at punishing his opponent's greed from when we've seen him, face off in ZvZ. So we saw that one really epic ZvZ versus Snoots, and something similar would happen on, like, Apotheosis with a gold base. And just in general, if there's a faster third build. So, of course, Guru has to build lings to respond to this. Nerchio could all in with this, just try and really win with it, but I think it's more likely that he'll try and get the third base killed, and then get his own. The entire time, by the way, being on pretty even drones anyway, because they're both committing so much to lings, so... His advantage is definitely the Banelings. Eventually, Guru will have a larva advantage. Not so much an economical one, but a larva advantage, and that might be important. These are still slow lings for Guru. They're about to have speed. Oh, speed. There you go. Here we go. That's pretty important, because if they're stuck attacking lings and slow, and then the Banelings roll in, that would have been bad news. Oh,
of course,
not a
around
bad
the brush,
hit.
it's a little bit hard to see, so unfortunately, Guru takes a bad first engagement. But there's more Banelings where that came from. And Nerchio just turns around. I think he realizes it too. Takes out the rest of those lings. Now pushing that front lines. There's only a few queens and a small handful of things remaining. I don't think Nerchio even needs the Banelings. He's about to walk all over Guru with just his lings.
Yeah, Guru's getting, lings now, but as Nerchio's getting the same amount of lings, plus the ones he already has alive, so... Banelings are about to finish up, and Guru, I think he was expecting an attack like this. He just didn't expect the Baneling hits to be so good, and might have just simply lost the game. Now remember, he has a third base. That's like 300 minerals plus a drone that he is already ahead of Nerchio in, but he's going to start losing drones soon. If he ever lets those lings in the main base, things are going to get hectic really quickly. Guru's still not reaching for a Baneling Nest, is never going to have that same potential. But Nerchio is getting Banelings a little far behind. He does take the Ling fight and is going to end up winning it. And Guru, that's when he taps out.
GG.
Yep. Ling Wars, am I right? Yeah.
Well, that was actually something that's a bit unfortunate for Guru, because we do actually know he knows how to handle his Lings pretty well, but Nerchio is also that player we regularly gush about control and all that too, so, I don't know, that wasn't so unexpected. It just really sucked taking that first Baneling hit. And watching it go to hell from there.
Yeah, that was just unfortunate. If he had his own Banelings, a Baneling hit like that has like a very good chance of being equalized, but without your own Banelings, it's you need to play pretty perfectly. And usually with the help of Queens, which he did not have when he was being offensive. Thanks to Ubidom for the 6-month resub.
Woo!
Ubidom.
Well, I wonder if their map choice pick will be at all influenced by their vetoes. For example, Guru loses the game, picks the first map Nerchio had vetoed between the two of them.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know why they did that too, because I'm pretty sure Guru has like won Corsair Cups before. Nerchio has been participating in them, even though surprisingly he hasn't gotten too far until now. They know that's like first map, it's pre-chosen, so I don't know. Maybe they're just in a habit after all the WCS and WCA stuff. They're trying to be rebels. Either option.
No, would it be rebels with or rebels without a cause?
Rebels with a cause. What is... I've never actually really examined that phrase. Rebels without a cause. Does that mean they're just literally being rebellious for no reason?
Well, I think that they
cool?
rebelled first, but they don't have like an end goal, right? Like you're just being argumentative, you're just being rebellious.
Okay, so... I know that makes him sound cooler, but it just makes him sound whinier. Like, at least have a purpose, I guess. Otherwise, you're just being confrontational for no reason. Maybe I'm old. Maybe I would have gotten it, 10 years ago. Did you have a rebellious phase? I mean, I remember you said you dyed your hair and whatnot, but that doesn't necessarily mean you were rebellious. Did you try and run away or anything like that?
I mean, I did have to run away. My parents called the cops on me, so...
Okay,
that was fun times, and that's a story that's not gonna get told publicly on stream for a while.
You don't have to. You could have just said, no, not exactly. My brother actually basically ran away. Ooh, there you go. By just staying over at his friend's house for like weeks at a time, literally, without telling us. So, in a way, I guess, counts as running away. Anywho, yeah, pretty important. Canceling on that drone. In the bottom left, this is his map choice. It is the red Zerg Guru.
And his opponent to the bottom right, up 1-0 in the semifinals. It's the blue Zerg player, Nerchio.
Alright, so a lot of the time the drone is made out of habits, because you do literally make it as soon as you jump in, right? Whereas I think... Hey, it's been so long since I played Heart of the Swarm, right? Like, you could make a drone instantly in Heart of the Swarm, too. It was a lot more impactful, though, if you decided that you didn't want that drone, whereas in Legacy of the Void...
Fuck off, I rallied.
Yeah, exactly. Where apparently Legacy of the Void, it really doesn't matter. Like, you can change your mind, or you can kind of ease up on your mistake there and still go for the earliest pool possible. The math just works out fine.
If you guys would also like to be on the cute little inside jokes, like what just happened there on stream, you should also make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/BaseTradeTV, and watch all of our exclusive content over there, like our co-op videos, where Zombie gets really mad because she can't play this game.
You're right. I can't play this game.
I just that one moment was just too magical for me.
Anyway, so this is a very non-committal all-in here. Despite going for the earliest pool possible and canceling the drone, the larva still works out the same, that you can get six lings, and that's what's important. But no gas, so no bailiness, no speed. Nerchio, well, I didn't go for like an ideal build against the all-in-ness of all-in-ness builds. He did go for a decent one against this, I would say. And you can still try and save the hatchery. You can also just try and, like, basically let it go. Since he's building the queen, I think he's going to try and save it. And his spawning pool might just be a little bit too late for that. Plus, you know, don't forget that Nerchio has no idea what type of all-in this is. If he knew 100% that it was without speed, maybe he does try and save the damn hatchery. But, oh, no, he's gonna try. There you go. But it's too late, so that was supremely this time. Then I'm... Well... By saying he had a decent build against us, by the way, guys, I meant that he literally didn't go for like a 3 hatch or 4 pool. He could have gotten an earlier pool, and if he had gotten the slightly earlier pool, he'd have had slightly earlier lings, and he would have had to slightly earlier pull the drones to save the hatchery. Like that type of effect there, but he definitely mistimed it, and a lot of it was because he didn't just want to pull the drones by themselves, you know, because then they'll die. But in doing what he did, you know, he not only lost a hatchery, he also lost a lot of mining time, and what could have been more drones, right, on these lings he's trying to use right now. So things, I think, worked out for Guru pretty damn well with that opener. He definitely got a lead, and now he has a pretty damn perfect setup for the defense. Like enough queens, you know, obviously the hatchery's already going, and has larva injects, so his production's going to be greater. The Gettysburg is not really a map that you can get a wall off. That's like the one downside here, but I think he put a spine crawler.
Well,
he did.
You can if you get creep spread out over to that little ramp thing, but that's only going to buy you a certain type of wall off, not a full wall off.
It's going to be 1 Rotorn, 2 Evolution Chambers, and then 2 Queens? Or Spine Crawler and a Queen? It's more than Frozen Temple, for instance, where it's 2 Evos and a Rotorn. We'll actually wall it off completely.
Yeah, that's a good point. Now, I'm actually wondering for the follow-up list for Nerchio, right? Like, discernibly takes some damage. He's behind a little bit on resources lost, but clearly not devastated out of the game yet. My concern now goes into Nerchio's taking a third, is going to have to deal with roaches on deck. And while Guru may have gotten a little bit defensive on his side, again with a spine crawler, Nerchio might get caught droning here if Guru starts cutting early and just goes for like really fast roaches with speed, as we see that layer kicks up immediately.
Thanks to Jazz Thing SC2 for 11 with resub. We didn't catch it, so I'm kind of hazy on it. I've been terrible with sub shoutouts.
I'm wondering if this would even be for roaches, actually. Given the time that's been passed and the gas has been taken, he may just jump right to Hive.
It's a possibility. There certainly are builds, like on Frozen Temple, or that I mentioned, where you show the Roach Warren, and you even show 2 Evolution Chambers, which is like, of course you're going to go roaches, then you don't. You know, it's a surprise. But there he goes, building a couple of roaches, so maybe still not a Spire, and there's really a lot of gas banked up. It would be a big surprise, though, if he did. Nerchio's side of things, he's getting a Carapace upgrade, so he's going to rely, I think, a lot longer on Lings, but then eventually go into Roaches. The best benefit of this upgrade over the +1 melee is, of course, that it affects multiple types of units, even though it's a little bit more expensive. And he did bother finishing up speed here. You know, he could have canceled that and tried to get back to even on the economy front, but bothered to keep that speed. I think that's the better choice, really, too, because Nerchio's best looking feature of his ZvZ has been his counterattacks and his run-bys, so I'm a fan of the ling speed. Did preemptively start building spine crawlers, just in case there was that attack that kind of you were talking about went down, but I think he canceled them as soon as he saw the third base. Or maybe he canceled them as soon as he saw the slow lings, I'm not sure. But there he goes. Gonna go try and make sure the third base is slower than his. And I mean, it already is, but like much slower than his. A Nidus Worm, though, for Guru. Oh, yeah.
I don't know how I feel about the Nidus, to be honest with you.
I think its potential is there. Sometimes these things fall flat, especially if they're scouted. But sometimes they do take advantage of the best defense for the defensive player, which is their scouting. If you can't scout this in time, then you are just screwed. You don't get the spine crawlers up in time and whatever. Does he realize that's a Nidus Worm, though? Now he does. Huh. Yeah, he gets right on top of it, but the queens do pop out first, so that might just, well...
That's a very interesting position for it, actually, because the queens look like they're stuck behind it, but they can just hop right back in and be unloaded on the other side like a bunker.
It's very funny. That's clever, too. But
I
this
actually like that quite a bit. I
could
wasn't sure about
be-
the Nidus Worm with how he's using it, but with the way he is using it, I like that. But the Lings do get a full surround of these Roaches. Transfusion's going into them. He's trying to free them from the clutch of those Lings, but it's not happening, not just yet. And Nerchio is actually a good start to this fight, because let's not forget, he has a lot of spine crawlers to still fall back to.
He also killed 13 drones, which I definitely missed. Oh my god, what happened?
Must have been a Baneling or something that managed to sneak on in. I don't know. I
Wow.
didn't see that either.
There
I was too
definitely
focused on that Nidus Worm.
Yeah, I don't know how he missed. He must have got Lings in and then sent him off to the side. And because all the queens were away, oh, then Gur wouldn't have noticed. Wow. Okay, well that certainly helps. And I was so hesitant to say that this might be game because Nerchio actually had a ton of Lings, and they were with +1 against 0. Now it's 1-1 against 1, so still with that upgrade lead. And Gur, I think, just, you know, the situation looks so tempting. You're like, oh yeah, I only caught them with Lings, let's do this. And you're able to get the Nidus Worm up, but he actually lets his Roach get surrounded. And that's it.
Wow. I feel terrible because we missed what was clearly a big hit, but at the same time, like, I didn't see that come from a mile away. We were so busy focused on what Nerchio had to deal with on his side of the map. He had this huge looming armor, he had the Nidus Worm, there's so many scary things over here, but he still found the calm and cool to get back into Guru's base and cause damage. God damn, Nerchio's a scary player.
Yeah, he is. So that's it for the first ZvZ. He will be going on to face the winner of True vs. Snoots, which we'll be getting into as soon as we get back from this break. See you soon.